Good morning, it's Barbara. It is 16.7 degrees in the shed. It's not very sunny, so I imagine it's pretty close to 16 degrees outside too. The shed is not heated or cooled, but it's a chilly day today. I think we were only supposed to have 3 days, so maybe this is the third day, maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. It's early. It's not even, it's just past 9:30. Well, it's 9:40. I've been up a little while. I did not get up at 7:30, but I got up at 8. And the beauty portion of this show is going to be a little more elaborate than usual. So I have some lip exfoliator, which is, this one is from Mary Kay. And basically it's like a little, stuff that's got sugar in it. And the sugar exfoliates. Because I want to put a stain on my lips, but my lips are all beat up because I'm a lip biter. And to tell you the truth, putting on this matte lipstick and the lipsticks that dry is not good for my lips because I end up chewing on it, and that takes lip skin, loose lip skin, and in addition to the lipstick. I'm not sure I can talk while I do this, so I'll pause. But then you're missing the show. Okay. Now, because it's sugar, I mean, in theory, I suppose you could lick it off. Excuse me. In theory, you could lick it off. Because surely it's not bad for you if it's on your lips. And it's very sweet. But I'm not licking it off. All right, I'm gonna have the orangey one. I can put my glasses on and read it. Oh, coffee down the wrong throat. That was glamorous, but I decided to go with divine. Now these are Wonder Skin lip stains. That Christy got me, which are particularly good to use when you're wearing or working with mohair. Because all the little fibers do not stick to lip stain the way they stick to gloss or lipstick. And it works great. The granddaughters love the lip stains. They like the starting with the purple and then transformation. Very fascinating. All right. Oh, I guess I can't drink my coffee while I'm waiting. So, yeah, so these work great when you're working with mohair and don't want to be picking fiber out of your lipstick all the time. Anyway, so yesterday I was low energy because I didn't get enough sleep by a lot. Last night I woke up at 4:30 and I only slept intermittently. After that I got up at 8. I set the alarm for 7:30, but I turned it off before it went off, and then I just stayed in bed for another half an hour because, as you do when you're tired and you know, warm, snuggly bed. But I did get up at 8. I've been making coffee and reading my phone and just relaxing. But I have moved a few things out of the way, and I am preparing to work on paperwork, which I did not do yesterday. I did peel my lemons, so I'm going to make my lemon juice today. And I worked on my sleeve on my trove. I think my sleeve is about halfway done now. I think this is ready. See, this is where my rough skin on my lips manifests itself with this. But I still like it. I think I'm good. Oh, can't remember the name of it. I watched a movie last night because I saw on Twitter that something like Nazca, it's 2 is a movie in China that is the highest grossing animated movie ever, and it's barely been seen outside of China, but because there's so many Chinese and it's so popular, it has made $2 billion, like, you know, in the first week or 2, maybe not even. So, which I found interesting, and it's a tale of, you know, sort of Chinese mythological gods, something, something, something. I thought, oh, that's interesting. Well, that turned out good. Oh, I put lip oil on that since I'm not wearing any bow hair. Anyway, I thought that was fascinating. It turns out it's the second movie, and the first movie is on Netflix. And so I watched it. I thought, billions of people are watching this movie. Maybe I should see what it's all about. And the animation was really top notch. I mean, really beautiful animation in it. And it's a story from Chinese mythology, you know, references Chinese mythology, which I don't really know very much about. But anyway, I thought it was fascinating. I enjoyed the movie. It's a, you know, adventure, superhero kind of ish movie. And I enjoyed it. So I watched that in preparation for whenever Netflix gets the second one, and so many people around the, well, in China. I think it is available to be watched in other places, but anyway, so I watched that movie. That was after, or I went to bed. She and I watched Vera. Aura's memory isn't very good. And so we were getting to the end of the Veras. And Pat said, well, you know, you could always start over. She wouldn't, you know, she would enjoy it again. And it's true. She is enjoying it. I'm enjoying them because I've seen them multiple times, but I'm okay with that when I'm sitting and knitting. You know, it's like comfort watching. And so we're back on season 2. Bethany has come as the characters come and go. Bethany has arrived, and in the first couple, in the I think it was this last one from last night, Mark is there as a police constable, not as a detective that he eventually comes into her group and is a regular. Anyway, hold on, I gotta let Maisie in. Okay, so Maisie's back in, and I will not tell you any more about Vera. Oh my gosh. Except we watch it on BritBox. I will say, change the subject, I will say that besides the fact that Pearl will be massively happier being able to romp and play and have fun in 2 weeks, I will be really glad when we can open the dog door. So I don't have to keep jumping up and down to let Maisie in and out. And poor Pearl's not allowed out, which is why the dog door's closed. So Maisie has to go by herself, which makes her sad. Pearl's not allowed out, which makes her sad. So I am really waiting, really excited for a couple of weeks. Well, if she has her surgery in 2 weeks, then she still has to have another week or two of recovery from that surgery. But that's just going to be removing pins from her arm. So that's, you know, relatively minor, or at least relatively minor recovery, I hope. So, anyway. So I am preparing to work on my paperwork today. I did get a response, a preliminary response to my email, so that was good. And yeah, I'm just gonna putter. Like I said, I'm gonna work on my lemon juice. I peeled the lemons yesterday, and so I'm gonna make the juice today. And yeah, Dennis will be taking his mother to the doctor. She has a follow-up with her eye doctor. She's having trouble with her eyes, which is making her sad. I know. So she's going to see her doctor and see what they can do. One of the blood work prescriptions that they took blood for last week, or Monday, was for this eye doctor to check some things. So I've never had an eye doctor take blood before, so interesting. But meanwhile, she and Dennis will be going to the doctor on a really, really cold day. That's too bad. And she had a scheduling conflict, which is too bad too, because her cousins are getting together today, but she's going to the doctor. That's not going to make her happy when she realizes that. She's not actually in charge of her schedule anymore. All right. So today I'm going to work on my paperwork, be in the kitchen a little bit, and undoubtedly watch another Vera and work on my trove. I guess I'll just keep going on the sleeve. I don't enjoy the sleeve knitting nearly as much as the body, so let me get it over with, and then I can put on my try-on cord and try it on for you. Marianne already has her ribbing around the neck done on hers, which I thought was a good idea too, because it makes it look so much more finished. I haven't done that. I probably won't do that till the end, I guess, because I'm going to want to, once I finish with the sleeve, I'm going to want to keep going on the body. But I've got the body I'm at least halfway down the body, and I'm at the half point on the sleeve. So I think that makes me halfway done. Actually, more than halfway done, because I'm completely done with one sleeve and only halfway done with the other sleeve. So I am, I only have a third of the way to go, probably, maybe a little more than that. But anyway, I'm making good progress. I'm making good enough progress that I'm sitting here thinking, gee, I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Well, I guess I'm going to pick up my Scattered Petals cowl and work on that. But that is not, to my mind, sort of a full-time project. That's a in-between project, although I'm not working on it at all now when I'm working on the trove. The trove is like really got all my attention. The other thing I have to do is around the hood of my Montrealer, because I do want to put that string in and put that and finish off the hood, because the hood is so unfinished looking because it's curling up. It's stocking stitch, so it's curling up and looks unfinished. So, and the rest of the sweater is all finished, so I want to finish that up. So maybe I'll do those two, work on those two things when I'm done with my trove. But I don't know what my next garment's going to be, or my next big project. I suppose it could be a shawl. But I have a kind of a rack ladder in my room right across from where I sit and read my phone when I'm sitting in my bed. And it's full of shawls, many of which I haven't worn in a very long time. You know, so I guess I'm a little bit of a process knitter. Making shawls that I don't really wear very much. I don't know. But I do wear my sweaters. Today I'm wearing my Not Too Much by Hinterstern. Now, I wore my Not Too Much turtleneck. The red turtleneck is the same pattern, only with the turtleneck. And they are long. They're kind of not tunic length, but they cover my butt. Where most of my other sweaters come to sort of mid-hip. So these are longer. This is the one where I held fingering double, and I faded it down to add to the gray. This is the one where I learned my lesson. You don't put stretchy, soft, superwash yarns in the yoke of a sweater that's going to end up very heavy. And so the gray is much heavier. It's a Cloudborne yarn, which used to be sold by Craftsy. I don't know if that's still around, that yarn. It's very nice, but it's sturdy. It's a sturdy yarn and kind of heavy. And these are Chili Knits. Beautiful, you know, she does all kind of crazy, wonderful colors. And so this is 3 different colors. I think 3, maybe 2. Maybe it's just 2. So 1 and then faded into the gray. Anyway, Hinterstern, the Not Too Much. And this is my road trip cowl that I made when I was on my road trip with my daughter this past August. And this is Trilogy yarn. I walked into a yarn shop in Boise because I hadn't taken any projects. And because I was working on my Montrealer and I just wasn't taking that around. And I just walked in and saw she had a rack of Trilogy yarn, and I took one look at this yarn and I just went straight for it. And I bought 2 skeins. I have another skein of this. I think I'm going to make a hat out of it. And the pattern is just my own made up pattern, which you can't, oh, maybe you can see it a little bit here. It's basically broken 2x2 rib. So I do 2x2 rib for 4 rows and then I switch. So here's the knit stitches and then I switch to purl. So it's like a checkerboard. But because the yarn has so much going on, you can't really tell. So this is my... oh, and this is my sockhead hat. And this is an Advent project from many years ago. And my hair looked terrible because I was so cold yesterday. It's cold outside and I was cold in the house, so we have it at 68. And I wore my hat all day, so my hair looks terrible. But I didn't wear it in my vlog, so I thought I could wear it in my vlog. I don't like to wear a hat every day in my vlog, but I'm practically bald, you know, so my hair gives me no warmth at all. I mean, I'm really very bald. You know that. You can tell that. So there's a part of me that thinks I should really be wearing hats all the time. Just because my hair's so terrible. But apparently not enough to actually do that. There's some really cute hats out there, but, you know, for the most part. Well, and hats are something lovely you can make out of one gorgeous skein of fingering weight yarn that, you know, I have so many one skeins, you know, I'm very much like Leslie in that regard, where I like, oh, this is beautiful, let me buy one. Or like I did with this, let me buy two and then just use one. And so I have one left. And that's how I ended up with this, you know, this was because I had single skeins that I thought went together pretty nicely, but they were different. So maybe I'll be moving into hats, because they're also, Christy was talking about on her floss tube how she's getting her stitching mojo back, partly because she's doing small things, and she's one of her friends who also has a floss tube calls them snack size. Oh no, it was a diamond painter who said, you know, she was doing snack size projects, and Chrissy's been doing snack size projects, and it's getting her mojo back. So hats are a little bit like snack size projects for knitters, you know, and those little toys and things. My little, you can't see them, but on my window right there I have my little elves that I made one year. I made them out of champagne corks are underneath them, and they're adorable. And they take, you know, an hour, hour and a half. That's a snack size knitting project. But I think hats are a little bit snack size because they don't take that long, and you're done with them and you have a beautiful hat. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. But I'm a little tired because I, you know, woke up early, and even though I didn't get out of bed till 8, but I slept pretty well while I slept for 5.5 hours. I slept pretty well, so that's not bad for me, you know. I mean, I need more sleep than that, but it's not too bad. And I got up early, so I should be able to go to bed early again tonight. So anyway, I'll stop now. I'll stop. I'm sitting here looking over here. This is my box of paperwork I'm going to start on, and I'm going to start it. Dennis has his tea. And I'm just going to empty this box onto the table and start sorting. And that will be the beginning of my project today. Because part of the reason I can't fall asleep is my mind keeps going, you know, and getting some things done will relieve that, you know, twilight sleep worry that makes it hard for me to get back to sleep. So I maybe solve several problems by doing this. All right, now I'm really going on and on. I gotta go. I will see you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.